Up with Spinning Hill, Felville on the little horse, grabbed the lead, he wins the 10,000. Apache Cat the leader, Black Piranha's picking him up. Apache Cat and Black Piranha, Apache Cat's just in front. Apache Cat overpass them in front. Giga Kick's got to dig deep now. He's digging deep, and he's going to win the 10,000. Bella Libertina is charging. I wish I win in front. Bella Libertina on the outside, coming after. I wish I win. Photo of the 10,000.
Well, there is no doubting that our Group 1 feature here at Doomben for the sprinters today, the Doomben 10,000, is a good horses race. Of course, a couple of Everest winners in the last few years, including Giga Kick and Bella Nipotina being victorious. We're also racing for the second day of the Scone Carnival today, and at fabulous Flemington for Andrew Ramsden Day. It's going to be a cracking day of racing right across the screens of 7. Thank you for joining us, and to Caitlin McDonald as well, and we're bathed in sunshine up here in Brizzy. Katie?
Yes, well, they've had some unfortunate weather with some rain around for the last, it feels like months, but we have had now a great day with the sun out. It's quite steamy out here, but hopefully every horse gets their chance. And looking at the menu today, of course, headlined by the Doomben 10,000 for the sprinters. But what a great card other than that. 6 stakes races here at Doomben and 5 at Scone. So a huge day in store.
It's a cracking card of racing that we've got to look forward to across our 3 venues. And in terms of the Doomben 10,000, well, we've got 9 individual Group 1 winners in the field, headlined by Schwartz. He will head off to start after this at Rosemont Stud in Victoria. Sunshine in Paris, of course, a Group 1 winner of the sprint at Flemington. And then Overpass as well. He's had his 3rd start for the preparation. He's travelled here, there and everywhere, competing in the Quokka last start. Let's go and check where Lizzie Jelfs is with a special guest, I believe, on the course proper.
G'day guys, I'm Robbie Dolan here and welcome to Doomben Racecourse. I'm here with the track walker.
Thank you, Robbie. Well, that started things off because I think that this, unfortunately, is what you need. Tell us what you use this for.
Yeah, look, down to business, this is a track walking stick. A couple of the boys will have them in there. Basically just stick it in the ground and it's a magic stick and tells you how heavy or soft the track is.
Soft 7, what's your opinion?
Yeah, they had a few showers this morning. It definitely walks like probably an 8 or probably even worse. But look, you won't really know until you have horses gallop over it, so we're looking forward to the race meet.
Well, hopefully the rain stays off and that wonderful Aussie accent of yours sticks around. Good luck today.
Thank you very much. Fair dinkum.
He's a classic, Robbie, isn't he? Isn't our Lizzie Jelfs as well? He's a real barrel of laughs. Unfortunately, though, we did start on a soft 7. We've already had a downgrade.
Yeah, that's disappointing news. The jockeys did have a good walk of it, and we spoke to a lot of them earlier, and they did say it is probably on the heavy side. So we're going to need those really fit, in-form horses today, I think.
Good little pointer for us here, Richo, at Doomben. For the sprinters over the 1,200 metres, and that is the piece of silverware that all these terrific sprinters, 9 Group 1 winners in the field, are vying for. Let's check in with Ali Mosley for a market update before an all-important mounting yard.
Well, our favourite M, Sunshine in Paris, has just started to firm up late here. She's been 420 into 370 in what is a really open edition of this year's Doomben 10,000. We've actually got a runner at odds who's our worst result, but Benedetta has been 5 into 460. Overpass out the gate there after opening 4 is at 750. A similar story with Schwartz. He opened 7s and he's now at 10s. Jetabil 10 out to 11. Marzu 10 to 12. The move here at odds has been for Hidden Wealth, and he is our worst result, 17 into $13. Lady Laguna 17 to 19, and then $31 or more the rest of them. As I say, that Sunshine in Paris just firms again into 350 favouritism. Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Thank you very much, Ali. As the crowd gets rowdy because they know a Group 1 is just around the corner, let's take you into the yard and take a look at some of the key chances. We know where Overpass will be with Josh Parr in the saddle, 3rd up into the preparation after racing pretty brutally on speed there in the Quokka.
Yeah, I thought he was brave there. He went really quick in front, and he just couldn't possibly keep going. I didn't think so. To be beaten just over a length was pretty incredible. And Lizzie's next to Schwartz.
Well, he got that elusive Group 1 last time out when he ran in the William Reid, and now he's trying to go back-to-back in Group 1 contests. He looks $1 million as you would expect him to look. Great coat on him, really relaxed and switched off. I suppose we've spoken a lot about it, ladies. The ground, that's the question mark, and see how he's going to perform today in these types of conditions.
He's got the most beautiful walk on him, doesn't he? So we take a look at the 3 Marzu, who will love the wet going today. This is his fourth 10,000 and he's looking for his second win in the race.
Yeah, and he's going to love the conditions, as you said. He's had 8 goes on a heavy track for 5 wins and 2 minor placings. He won the Hallmark last start and he won it very well. So he's in top form for the old boy and he's going really well.
I would love to see this horse win because I would love to see your brother win a Group 1. We speak about V8. He's a 2-time Group 1 winner. Unfortunately, they've gelded him because they couldn't find him a home at stud.
It's pretty remarkable, isn't it? After winning one of the time-honoured races in the George Ryder at Weight for Age too. So anyway, here he is and he is nice and fresh. He's a good fresh horse. The only concern for him is the heavy track. Unfortunately, he would have probably liked it on the firmer side. Desert Lightning ran in the all-age first start behind Jimmy Star and was 3 wide on that occasion. I thought battled on well.
Okay, so Desert Lightning looked an absolute treat last start and looks beautiful again today. Let's check in with Lizzie and Rothfire. No, okay, we're going to keep going. The Rothfire, of course, for Rob Heathcote. We right there on speed. It comes out of that Victory Stakes, which was very impressive. Okay, so for our viewers in WA, if you'd like to continue watching racing, move now to 7-2. Welcome to our WA viewers. Joining us for the Group 1 here at Doomben for the 10,000. Libertad, a last start winner for the Archibald team. Jamie Mott retains the ride. Wasn't he brilliant?
He was, and that's a good confidence-boosting win for him, this Entire by Russian Revolution. He's drawn a tricky little barrier there, so he's going to need a good ride from Jamie Mott, but I think he's capable.
The 10 is Jetabeel for Tyler Schiller and Brad Widdup, who has been closing in on that $1 million barrier. I tell you what, he has been racing so well. He finds himself with conditions that he probably won't mind too much.
He looks a treat in the yard too. He's absolutely glowing. He's deep into his preparation. Of course, he wasn't too far away from Private Harry and Libertad last start. So if you like Libertad, I think Jetabeel definitely will be in the numbers after drawing well.
Here's Sunshine in Paris with Lizzie.
This little pocket rocket gets her blinkers on today for the very first time. She gets conditions, not necessarily to suit her, but we know she's been racing super at the moment and comes out of arguably the best Group 1 weight for age form in this race.
All right, she's a Group 1 winner in her own right, looking for her second. We'll take a look at Benedetta, also one of the Group 1 winners, and Group 1 placed this preparation in the William Reid behind Schwartz. She's the horse who will love these wet conditions and get blinkers again today. She looks absolutely super, as she always does, for Jason Warren. And the final one we'll take a look at, Lizzie, is Lady Laguna.
She's been a great stalwart for the stable. She heads to the Magic Millions Mares Sale. That will be her next career post-racing and probably not going as well as she has done in the past. But I tell you what, she looks as good as she's ever looked. Another one who possesses a really bright coat. She's walking out beautifully, lots of fitness on her side. But it just might be a case of her getting towards the end of her career now.
Thank you very much, Lizzie. Just some of the runners in the yard and the Archibald team. Boy, they have got a very strong hand in this 10,000, including that girl on screen in Sunshine in Paris. Rob joins me now to talk about some of the runners, the 3 of them, Libertad, Sunshine in Paris and Lady Laguna. Which one do you want to start on? Let's start with the class runner, I think, is Sunshine in Paris.
Yeah, she hasn't been blessed with a great draw all prep, but she's probably coming out of a really good run in the all-aged, and she's back 200 metres, which shouldn't worry her. Blinkers have gone on. She's going to need a good ride, but she's probably our top seed.
Lady Laguna heads to the broodmare sale, as we know, going forward, but we know that she's got quality and she's a Group 1 winner in her own right.
She does. She's been racing well. Back to sort of set weights will suit her. She's probably going to have to find a little bit, but she's going well, and if she gets the right run, she can feature, I'm sure.
And then Libertad last start, I mean, he showed that he's got that quality that we saw from him as a 2-year-old.
He did, and that was second up off a long break, so open to plenty of improvement. Third up, he looks magnificent, he paraded really well. So, again, from the draws, they're going to need their luck, but they're all going well.
Quickly pick one.
Well, I have to go with Sunshine, which is unfair, but look, I don't mind. I want any of them can win.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Rob Archibald there with a 3-peat hand in the Doomben 10,000. A market mover there, Ali.
It is Sunshine in Paris, and they're just getting busy late here. She's been well back now into 320.
Short and sweet, I'm just going to go with Marzio on top, and Benedetta gets a big tick from me.
Well done, Lizzie. Some mudlarks there. KM?
Yes, it's a good race. I'm not confident because I really like a lot of horses in this race. So Sunshine in Paris gets a nice run from that barrier. I think she's going to be really hard to beat.
My roughie for the day, Richo, just to throw in here, is Hidden Wealth, the horse on screen at the moment for Tommy Berry in the saddle. Has been money for him too.
Yeah, good luck, Em. I thought Lady Laguna's the good roughie in the race. If they ride her nice and quiet, Mark Zara from a wide barrier, can they go back and then pick their way through? Sunshine in Paris for mine's the one to beat.
Here we go, the running of the Doomben 10,000.
Ready to break. Stand by. Racing. Great line out by Schwartz, who came out last. Hidden Wealth and Overpass, the two speeds is the first to go. And Berry signaling his intention. He wants to lead on Hidden Wealth, and that he will. Overpass drops into second. Going forward, Marzu, Libertad and Genevieve not far away. Followed then by Desert Lightning as they go to that first bend. Schwartz, after the clumsy start on the way forward. Rothfire midfield off the track. Then Benedetta and Sunshine in Paris. The two big guns in the market racing alongside each other. 3 to V8, Lady Laguna, Payline last. Down to the halfway mark, Hidden Wealth. Tackled by Marzu and Schwartz. Pouring on the pressure, 3 wide. Overpass just behind them, Libertad and Rothfire. They're wide, Genevieve. Park 7th the rail. Sunshine in Paris moving up to a dangerous trailing position. Benedetta still right with her. Then came at the others, Desert Lightning. Lady Laguna hooking wide. Then Payline and V8. In the home straight, plenty with the chance here. Libertad and Rothfire on the outside. Schwartz, Marzu battling on, and now Sunshine in Paris, given a cue, is coming right down the outside. Rothfire's in front. Sunshine in Paris is trying hard. Rothfire and Sunshine in Paris. Sunshine in Paris got the lead and won from Rothfire and Payline. Fourth over the line was Benedetta. Then came Schwartz, Marzu. Well back was Libertad, Genevieve, Desert Lightning. Then came Lady Laguna, Overpass, Hidden Wealth and V8 last over the line.
A genius, James McDonald. That's 14, yes, 14 Group 1s for the season, if you don't mind. 16's the all-time record for Miracle Mal Johnson. Miracle, watch out. Over the next 4 or 5 weeks, that record might be in trouble because James McDonald starts Queensland in style. Brilliant win. Sunshine in Paris wins for the Archibalds. Rothfire, what a marvel he is, runs second. Payline at any sort of a price running third, and Benedetta. Katie, congratulations. James was superb there.
Yeah, well, she was superb, definitely. But Richo, if you watch her early, she was off the bridle chasing, just trying to keep in touch. And I just thought for her, she's probably the horse that really wants to be right up on the bridle and wants to travel nice and strong and then really sprint. So I think with the blinkers today was really the right thing to do from Annabelle and Rob, because it just tried to keep her in touch and keep her on the bridle. But I thought she was really brave there to get up on the line to beat Rothfire, who looked home.
Didn't he, Justin? I tell you what, it wasn't the prettiest ride being able to sit 3 wide a lot of the trip there, but the right ride, because you saw what was happening on the fence there. They were going a clip during that, and you could see there was a lot of clutter, but clear air. And then James McDonald, as he always does, look at him trying to urge her over the right line. She's done it well herself, but I think the ride and getting her to really finish off that sprint, Richo, in the final piece
and
of the puzzle.
he's also unbeaten on this mare in Group 1s.
Yeah.
So he's had 2 rides for 2 wins in Group 1.
And how important for this mare as well. She won that Group 1 down at Flemington, and I know there was a lot of conjecture as to whether they would continue to race her because they've got the opportunity to send her to a beautiful stallion going forward, but another Group 1 next to her name. I hope we get to see her for a long while yet.
Yeah, hopefully. That'll be the aim, and well done to Annabelle and Rob. They've got this amazing combination, and since always when they team up with James McDonald, they've got nearly a 50% strike rate with their horses since teaming up with James riding them.
Great stat there, and those multiples, Richo, a few of those, Rothfire and Payline. Having the Months team have a good day with their roughie running in for third, but everywhere, but not the case in the Doomben 10,000. It was all about the Wonder Mare in Sunshine in Paris. And didn't James McDonald like that victory alongside his great mate in Rob Archibald? Let's hear from Winning Connections.
Well done, Rob. What an incredible mare she is. She's just super tough, and she needed her A game today to get through that track.
She did. We were very worried all day about the track and speaking to Annabelle every half an hour how the races are going. And I think just her class just prevailed in the end. I'm sure she didn't look like she was loving it, but great ride and a very tough mare.
What's this Group 1 feeling like? Can you put it into words? Because I know you're getting a bit used to it now.
No, I'm definitely not getting used to it. It's just such a great reward for John and Deb, who obviously paid a lot of money for her and were brave enough to come, but more for our team at home. They work very hard, and it's just a great reward for them, and it's a real reward for their work.
I was doing Tour de Horse with Annabelle one afternoon this last week, and I said, "Are you going to Doomben?" She said, "No, I am not going there. I'm sending Rob." Is there a bit of theory behind this?
Oh, no, not really. I think.
Were you here the last time she won a Group 1 when it was in Melbourne?
No, I wasn't here, and we hadn't won a race all day, and I thought I'm never coming back to Queensland. But it's just such a thrill, such a reward, and very grateful to have a mare like her in our stable.
And a good wedding present, hey?
A great wedding present.
Well done.
Thank you very much, Lizzie.
Well, James, what an incredible season you're having, and how tough was this mare today?
Yeah, she's superb, and she wears her heart on the sleeve. Where the team put blinkers on her, which, look, it could have been the little difference that we needed, but I don't think so, because she's so genuine anyway. But it was just that little difference where maybe she would have made that little neck up, but she was tough. But geez, credit to Rothfire. I didn't think it was going to get him at some point.
And what about those Queensland horses like Rothfire and Paline? They were really coming at you, so she had to bring her best. But is she at her best now? I know we haven't seen a winner Group 1 since the Melbourne Spring, but is she at her very best, you think?
I think so. I don't think she'll get much better, to be fair, but she races at such a consistent high level, which is very rare for them to do. But Nish and Rob, they do a good job of keeping them up for so long. She's competed against the best all the way through and competed so well. So very proud to be winning on her today.
And really proud, I'm sure, to also join up with the two of them. They're great friends of yours.
Yeah, for sure. They're great. Obviously, they just had their wedding 3 weeks ago. They're great fun, great supporters, and I'm very lucky for them to have them in our corner for sure.
Well done.
Thank you.
Sunshine in Paris wins the Doomben 10,000. So for John Camilleri, he pays $3.9 million at the Magic Millions broodmare sales a couple of seasons ago, and he's won a couple of Group 1s with her. She has been a beauty. They put the blinkers on the first time. James McDonald was back. He was 3 and 4 wide with cover, which was the important part, and she wasn't really travelling well. He eventually gets her moving because she needed to get into the race, and he provided Annabelle with her 13th career Group 1, 3rd with her husband with Rob, and for J-Mac 14 for a wonderful season. Look at him consistently getting in behind Rothfire, and Rothfire took him right into the race. He was so brave, wasn't he? He ended up shooting clear, only for Sunshine in Paris to come over the top and nail him. Brilliant performance in the Doomben 10,000. One of the few Australian Group 1s that James McDonald had not won, so he adds that to his CV. We've still got 7 Group 1s coming up on 7 throughout the carnival in Queensland, with the Cup, the Derby, the Kingsford Smith, the Stradbroke, which is of course Queensland's great race, the JJ Atkins and the Tats Tiara. And a lot of those races have been run by the mighty Rough Habit. He is honoured with race number 9 coming up today. What a superstar Rough Habit was. He got out, he ran so competitively in Cox Plates. He was brilliant at a mile or 2,000 metres, yet he also had the audacity to win fresh over a sprint trips with Jimmy Cassidy getting the absolute best out of the mighty Rough Habit. So we
Welcome back. A great day to remember for the Archibald team, for James McDonald and for Sunshine in Paris and her owners. Of course, she's already won a Group 1 down in Victoria. She gets a second one up in Brisbane today, winning the Doomben 10,000. And the man who joins us on set can't believe it's your first Doomben 10,000, James. Congratulations, and she's been a great mare for you.
Yeah, absolutely. She's been wonderful. Had a couple of rides on her and a couple of wins, and some at both at the highest level. So very proud of her. Doomben 10,000 has been a bit of an unlucky race for me, so it was nice to get one over the line, and at the furlong, I actually thought Rothfire was going to win the race because it just wasn't making a lot of traction, but it was just that last 50 metres where she fought hard.
She was interesting because she had the blinkers on for the first time today, but you really saw they must have gone hard up in front because it looked like you were trying to just tack on to the back of them.
Yeah, it was a pretty smoothly run race, to be fair. It wasn't quick, but it built from the 600 onwards, but I don't think the blinkers did a lot for us. It was definitely worth a try, and you can see with blinkers first time, and they have a tendency of missing the kick. But I was always going to ride her quiet today, and when I found, it was Marzu and back, I was pretty happy. And then once they went on, Rothfire gave me a bit of cover, and I tracked into it nice enough. But because of the heavy ground, she wasn't really taking to it that well. But she did enough. She's a wonderful mare and she wears her heart on her sleeve. But that's the spot I really wanted in the race. 3 pairs back, travelling and trying to blend into the race on her own time.
Were you happy at this stage in the race?
I was happy now. I wasn't happy from the 8 to the 6, but 6 to the 4 I was very happy. And then right now, because I love clear air early on in the straight, that was a good move for her. But you can see she's not taking a lot of ground off Rothfire. Rothfire's holding the ground well. He was tremendous, and if it wasn't for Rothfire, I don't think we would have won because he gave me that little cart to the 300 that I needed.
We are in the company of the goat in waiting, we're saying, because your season so far has been one to savour and it continues to improve. It feels like week in, week out. We look at your record for the season so far and it's just off the charts. You must be absolutely delighted. 117 all-time Group 1 records. That's in Australasia. You're chasing down Ollie, who did it right here, breaking that record up here. So, I mean, you can't get the record this year, but next year it's right in your sights.
Oh, well,
you think, hang on, this calendar year maybe though. All right.
Maybe.
Well, maybe in the spring, maybe in a Cox Plate. I did my 100th in a Cox Plate, so you never know. Maybe I could break it in the Melbourne Cup, but no, that would be a dream. Well, we've had a wonderful year. The last 4 years have been tremendous. I've partnered up with some unbelievably good stables. I've ridden arguably some of the 3 best horses in the world, and 2 of them are all at once too. So that's Via, Romantic Warrior, Voyage Bubbles taken this year by storm.
He's been really good.
He's been tremendous, and he's still got one to go next weekend in Hong Kong. So we haven't finished yet, and I'm very proud to be partnering some great racehorses with some good people as well, you know.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you at the airport for a little celebratory champagne, and you might want to dash off before the votes.
Get on the Turks, you reckon?
No, just one to end the day, right? Unfortunately, you're not getting the 3 votes for the 7 racing medal today. That honour goes to Team Archibald.
I would have given it to you.
Richo must have been voting.
No, it was your wife.
Oh, was it?
It was you.
Yeah, I sniped you. You get the 2 though, and Team Chris and Corey Muntz, 2 stakes wins for them today and also 3rd in the Group 1. So they had a day to remember as well. Absolutely flying at the moment. As we bid adieu to everyone, Lizzie, jump in. Rich, James, jump out. God knows, don't know what's going on here. Jump in, Lizzie, and look at this bloke at Flemington. He's rugged up like he's in the Arctic, looking like I don't know what, but he's been brave down there today because I know he wanted to be with this bevy of beauties up here at Doomben for 10,000 day. Hey, Richard?
Superheroes wear capes, I can assure you of that.
You are a hero, mate.
Been a good day.
Yeah, really good.
Should have wore a turtleneck.
Nothing sexier than a man in a turtleneck.
Yeah, it was a great day of racing. I think it just was great to see across the board different trainers. There's local trainers really coming to the fore. I mean, it was great, obviously, to see Sunshine win, but I think Rothfire and Payline heading the line so strongly. They're the horses that, they're the Queensland favourites, and it's great to see the Queenslanders really holding up in their carnival.
We're looking forward to next week as well. We'll be back here at Doomben for Doomben Cup Day. It's a menu filled with quality. Of course, the Roses with a lot of those fillies looking towards the Oaks, and then the BRC Sprint, the Group 3 event, before we get to Group 1 Sprint, the Kingsford Smith in 2 weeks' time as well.
Blake Shin, that man, will be on one of his favourite horses in Antino. So he's back from suspension next week at Doomben.
Thank you for joining us at home, and to Richo at